Thank you so much, Lee, and we are indeed here in Tembisa, and I did bring Elijah in to unpack how is it going to work logistically. We know that in the next 2 weeks they are expecting to vaccinate just over 500,000 education staff across the country. We also understand that they are expecting more vaccines to come in from the Johnson & Johnson brand. But let me just go to Elijah and just ask Elijah, the pertinent questions, Elijah. What is it that's going to happen, especially in terms of the logistics? We understand that today it's not educators that are getting vaccinated. Just please unpack this for us.
Well, the program is such that we are starting with officials. That's why the MEC will be here with the Minister of Basic Education as well as the Deputy Minister of Health, together with CEOs of other entities, because officials are part of the staff that are also going to be vaccinated in the sector. And then we'll also vaccinate officials from the provincial education departments, the district offices as well as circuit offices, who are the people who will from that point onwards manage the scheduling of the vaccination of teachers. So that is the categories that will be followed, and we are ordering it in that particular way because at the end of the day someone has to manage the system, and we're starting with those people that are responsible for managing the program.
So on which day can we expect educators to start in line? What's the plan there? We understand that a lot of schools are writing examinations, so quite a packed program for educators. How are you going to space this out to ensure that there's no disruption, in terms of contact time, as well as ensuring that exams run smoothly?
There are no exams. In the schools. The only exam that is happening is for the second chance people who are not full-time in school. So for this year, we said that the mid-year examinations are not going to happen. Tests could happen in schools, and we are going to make sure that there are no disruptions, because we also planned for this particular vaccination program to happen at this time. That's why the planning is such that it must happen by the 8th of July, so that when schools close on the 9th, we are done and dusted.
Let's just quickly talk about the exams issues. Some schools, I know for a fact, are writing exams. Are we talking about matric exams, mid-years, or across the board?
Yes, you are correct. Some schools. There is an instruction that because of the disruptions and the alternating approach that we are using for learning, fully fledged exams are not possible because curriculum coverage is not happening. In fact, the reason why education has been prioritized is for us to be able to stabilize the sector, get back all the kids in school at some point, and make sure that learning continues as it should happen. So right now, we are not worried about curriculum coverage. We are worried about vaccination. We say safety first. That's why we want the teachers, the staff in the sector to be vaccinated so that we can focus on curriculum recovery. So in terms of disruptions in school, learning and teaching, that will be looked at once the vaccination program has been completed. But there's not going to be a total shutdown. The scheduling is such that some, when they go to the vaccination sites, others will stay behind.
Just last question before I let you go. We understand on Saturday you flagged the Northern Cape and Limpopo that you were having issues there in terms of the rollout of this vaccination program. What is the status there, especially in the Northern Cape? Your worry was, I think, distance in terms of the type of area that the Northern Cape is.
Working together with the Department of Health, we've been able to sort that out. Remember, already there was a vaccination program that was being rolled out in the country. So those sites are going to be used. That's why the vaccination is set to take place between 10 to 14 days' time to allow for any issues that might arise to be sorted out. But as much as the Northern Cape is large in terms of land size, in terms of the population of the people that must be vaccinated, it's very small. So we believe that the two departments in the province will be able to resolve that particular matter. In Limpopo, they have already scheduled, they are starting on Friday. They believe in a few days they will be done as well, because even there they know that there's about 50,000 people that must be vaccinated. And they're doing well in terms of covering a large number of people.
Thank you so much, Eliza. Leanne, as you've just heard there, that was Elijah Mhlanga with the Department of Basic Education, just basically giving us those logistics in terms of how this is going to run, that indeed today it's, education staff that will get the jab and teachers will then follow such that, the system is able to continue uninterrupted. And it's back to you, Leanne.
All right, Mahlako, thanks very much for that update. Talking to Elijah Mhlanga there in Tembisa, and that's where Mahlako will be stationed for today to just watch over and see how things go.